Welcome to Mike's Literary Minute, where books can be listened to and enjoyed. Hello, my name is Michael. I've been listening to audiobooks since the mid-'80s, and today I've got a book that, thanks to, I guess, adaptive technology would be a good way of putting it, is a book, now I'm going to turn around, Vida Vampire by Nancy Haddock. Now, this book is an older book. You don't think it's in print anymore. And you can still get it on places like Amazon. You can get it on eBay. You can get half-price books. But this book, I actually have this book, and I have read it cover to cover. But since I've gone blind in one eye and it hurts to read, I really couldn't enjoy the book for the simple fact it's not on audio. Well, thanks to the reading app that comes with Kindle, and I refer to it as Mr. Nasal, the reader, we can do this. Let's see if I can cue it up.
Gorgeous in teal cotton pants, a boat neck top, and navy blue tennis shoes.
That's Mr. Nasal. I refer to that as Mr. Nasal, the monosyllabic person who reads my books to me. But that's the way I was able to enjoy the book again without actually reading it, was through the wonders of AI. Now, from what I understand, Nancy Haddock, the author of the book, this was her first book. And I kept walking and seeing it at half-price books locally here in San Antonio, and decided one day to buy the book. How bad can it be? Read the book, devoured the book, inhaled the book. The book, for a first attempt, is awesome. We got great character development. We've got humor. There is a lot of, if you like a humorous book, this is the book for you. There's a lot of humor. There's a lot of, you have partially believable characters. You got the humor aspect. You have it's a good read. It's a good read for the first attempt that Nancy made of writing a book that I'm aware of. Now, I have talked to Nancy, this was years and years ago, back when I was in college. And Nancy's a great person. She's a really, really, really nice, down-to-earth type of person. In this particular book series, there are 3 books in the series. I have all 3 of them, and I'm going to listen to all 3 of them and more than likely write a review on all 3 of them. She also was involved in a collection of short stories. I've got that as well. Now, as time has passed, Nancy has gone and written a new series of books, and that one is available on your listening sources such as Audible, and it's probably on, what's the other one, Goodreads or whatever it is, where you can get Audible files or audio files and download them and listen to them later. I would highly recommend her work. The work is great. Collegiate Scale for a first time a book is a solid, very solid 2.8. And everybody's like, oh my God, 2.8, that's low. No, it is not. On the 4-point scale, that's doing pretty good. That's better than my GPA in college, and I got a degree with my GPA. But as of the book is funny, it's got the drama in it. The story is, the short story is that vampires live among us, and a lady who was renovating a house found our protagonist, Seska, in a coffin underneath of her house, and now Seska is trying to kind of fit in with mainstream society. She runs a ghost tour and is trying to catch up. She was buried in the late 1700s, and now it's the 1900s, and she's trying to catch up on 200 years. The characters are helping her out. You got the good guys, you got the bad guys. There's always going to be good guys and bad guys. There's a supernatural element to it. This was the vampire story before vampires got glowy and sparkly, and the less said about that, the better. Personally, I think Twilight should not exist because it went off. And it's like, where in God's name did you get this idea from? I mean, a lot of people like the books. Not going to knock them. They're not for me. I'm not going to read them. I'm not going to review them. They're not my type of books. I'm more of an Anne Rice type of person. But this was those books before they came out, and it's a really good book. I highly recommend it. Nancy, if you see this video, You're great. I love you. Email me again. I'd love to catch up with you. And that's pretty much it. This is a 2/8 book. It was her first book. There are 3 more, and once again, Nancy is kind of like a fine wine, because the more she writes the characters, the better the characters get. It's a lot of authors, they'll go on up and all of a sudden they hit that plateau. Crash and burn. They have someone else write the book. Nancy Haddock is not like that. She writes all of her books, and it shows in the character development, it shows in the storylines, it shows in the plot lines. I mean, she is a very good writer. I really like her work, and thanks to Mr. Nasal and the reading app, wish if there's any computer nerds out there that know how to hack the AI and change it to anybody else's voice, please drop me a line below so I can do that on my stupid phone, because me and Mr. Nasal do not agree with each other, and I wish you could change the AI voice, but unfortunately you can't, that I'm aware of. If anybody else does, I have no problem hacking anything. Just, you and me together, comments, we'll get it done, not a problem. Have you ever heard of Nancy Haddock or Nancy Haddock's books? As I said, the books that she writes now, in fact, it's a series. There are 3 of them. Once again, the magical concept of 3 books in a series. The first one is Basket Case, and that one is the first book. What does she call it? The Silver 6 series? I'm bringing up the information now. Of course, I don't write notes. I can't read my handwriting anyway, so why write notes? And my internet decides to go out. Yay me. It has been raining in South Texas, as a lot of you probably already know. There has been, unfortunately, some people have passed away. The camp that they're talking about out in Kerrville, I used to work at a camp that was when I was in the 80s, when I was a younger person. I actually served on staff at a camp that was down the street from the camp that they're talking about on the news. And finally, the internet kicked off the information I needed. Basket Case is the first book in the Silver 6 crafting mystery line. And yeah, I have all 3 books. And yes, I'm going to be listening to them. But the books so far, I can say that the Vampire series books, I think, are better than the Silver 6 books. But I also haven't listened to that much of it. So I could be way off base, I could be on base, could be somewhere in between the 2 of them. But as Nancy Haddock is, I think she's a great writer. I think she has great ideas. She knows how to put the ideas onto paper, writes an entertaining story. And honestly, if you haven't heard of her, you need to look her up. She's really a cool person. And I would recommend her books highly. So if you've ever heard of her stuff or read her stuff, drop a comment down below. I need to go back. There are, I think, 3 comments I need to, after I upload this video, I need to answer some comments, and which is cool because I enjoy doing that. That means people are actually looking at the videos and they're watching the videos to some degree, and they're saying, yeah, this, that, and the other thing. Cool. I'm all over it. I can completely get behind that. And like, comment, share, subscribe. Do what you're going to do. You're going to do it anyways. I can't change your mind one way or the other. But me and my co-host, Mr. Wick, who's currently hiding in his cage, are going to plan on staying dry, and we'll catch you on the next one. And y'all have a good weekend and a good week next week.